Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We have a big show lined up as always. But first, we're always going to take a look at our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard, hard-working crew, taking care of everyday comfort needs. And speaking of comfort, how about getting up to 80 degrees today? 80 degrees high, low 58. Our all-important water temperature brought to us by Alco, A-U-L-C-O, Alco Electric out of Lynn Haven, 71 degrees. And pier fishing has been really good. We'll talk about it on tomorrow's show, but that water temperature and pier fishing go hand in hand. Our river reading brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Both rivers are dropping out slowly. The Apalachicola Bluntstown this morning is reading right at a 12.3, and the Choctachi at Caryville 6.9, just getting below 7 foot. Be dropping on out slowly for the weekend. It's really be shaping up for some good river fishing, some nice weather, and the river falling some. So I know there's going to be some big catfish caught this weekend. Our tide chart brought to us by Ken Forest Lawn. Good strong tide. We're looking at a high today, right in the middle of the day, 12:24, and a low right after midnight, 12:02. So both of them are right around the 12 o'clock time, and a 12-hour swing, but good strong tide. You can fish, incoming in the morning, outgoing in the afternoon. Always love days like today. Wind direction, south. Yesterday was north. Now switched around to south at about 10 to 15. All right, let's take a break. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Got some good, interesting pictures. But speaking of catfishing this time of year, I want to show you a flashback. How about Joel Signature? Check this out right here. I got it right here. Joel Signature, 7 years ago today. This was yesterday. This one he caught a 121-pound blue catfish. We went out there. Scott Lindsay called me up and told me about it. I jumped in my truck. I called Joel, jumped in my truck, and went out there, and I did a little video on it. That's coming out of Choctachi River. That was 121 pounds. We're talking about a big sturgeon, but 121 pounds. And Joel is up there at Bunker. Good group of folks up there just absolutely love to fish. So when I say catfishing time is here, that's proof. All right, listen. We are from Georgia and visit here, our property, so we love fishing in the bay. So they enjoy our show. They watch the show when they're down here. So we're going to add their names: Wade, Mary, and Jackie. Okay, speaking of catfish, okay, Billy Grantham sent this, okay. The smaller catfish was caught on a bush hook. The flathead had caught the smaller one. Marie Richards on this again, Choctachi River. So the small one there was on a bush hook, and see what happened to how that one got caught up in it. That's amazing right there. Thank you, Billy Grantham, for sharing that with us, buddy. Speaking of history, this was interesting because I think I know a lot of history, and I do, but I always learn something. Watson Bayou, okay, well, I'm sorry, Watson Bayou, here we go. Watson Bayou, this is right here. The early years on this guy was Mr. Watson, and he actually, they say this is 1837, and it was James Watson. He put a sawmill up there, and when one talks about the adjacent to the bridge, the courthouse, and anyway, that's real early, and I was going to do some research on that. I never did run across that in my research of 1837 bridge across Watson Bayou. And people want to know where Watson Bayou is. Okay, here's a map, because a lot of times you go through this stuff and people don't know what we're talking about. Right there in the center, of course, is a T. Okay, so I'm going to just zoom in, right to the right. Okay, right past. There's Watson Bayou right there. So right where that bridge is where that original one, because that's the closest point of the land right there. But that's a good fishing up in there. And of course, that's Masalina Bayou. The first bayou where Tarpon Dock Seafood is, right there, is Masalina Bayou. So you got Masalina and Watson. Choctachi River again, it's been on fire, folks. A friend did well, J.B. Hillard. A friend did well yesterday in the lower river. 36 brim, shell crackers, and a nice bass. That's always a pretty picture when you lay them out like that. That's some good eating too. Okay, all right. My spring clothes have missed me so much. I put them on and they hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. All right. Ernie Martin. Ernie's really good about sending stuff and doing a lot of outdoors. They take this yearly trip out there at Pascagoula River, and this monster blue catfish caught by Chris Meredith. Look at there. Is that not a huge? He's got his life vest on, got that boat set up. Look at that river. Is that not beautiful out there on the Pascagoula River? And it cost them more. I had a blessed trip. I said, what an awesome trip they did have. Look at that ice chest full of fish. Ernie and his buddies going out there. Tommy Harville with a nice catfish on the same trip on the Pascagoula River. I'm glad you got to share that with us, Ernie, and I hope you're doing well. I've got to get back over here pretty soon. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're talking about catfishing now. Let's go to floundering. Our very own Joe Eddy. He posted this. I'm going to run back. This is, we watched Joe before, and let me see if I get it back here to start. Here we go. He got some video. Okay, so it's dark. And you got to see his dogs, okay? So he got one, and look at the dog. I've got 2 or 3 of these to show. They're about 12 seconds apiece. But the dog's all excited. But look how strong those lights are. Okay, then all right, then we'll go to, all right, we'll go out of that one, and then go to the next one. All right, here we go. So he's looking again. Now he doesn't, there's one right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next one. They're in order now, okay? Here's the next one. See that, you see him? You just gotta look close. So he gigs him, boom, good shot right there. Now watch this dog. I just laugh out loud every time. All right, boom, look at him. He wants to get that fish too. Joe closes his ice chest on his head. He has to do that every time, but the dog is determined to get it. Okay, we're gonna close this one out, go to the next one. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Blow it up a little bit. He's looking again. Joe is I love the lights. He set them up himself. If y'all know the flounder rig set up, y'all get a hold of Joe. He'll set your lights up for you. He's an expert. One of the best round. Grew up in Apalachicola. You see that one right there? I didn't. Okay. And then I think we got one more. Okay. One more. Boom. Okay, you got that one real quick. Boom. Boy, right there, the headshot. And that's what you got to do. You got to have a little headshot. Okay, watch the dog now. He's gonna jump. He's jumping out quick that time. He's excited. He's almost got him. Boom! Close the door on him. So anyway, so that was Joe's what they did. Let me go back. He actually here's what he caught that night. Okay, here's a picture next morning. Okay, daylight. This is what he got that daylight. So not a bad night. Got 5 really nice flounder. And I don't know if the dog got to keep one or not. So maybe Joe gave him the head or something. All right, now let's go from catfishing to floundering to now. I got to do a 7-minute video on surf fishing. And every year, not every year, toward the end of my teaching career and coaching career, I would want to get my fellow coaches and teachers get together. And the last day of school, we would want to go. I said, let's go fishing. I mean, when a teenager, last day of school, you want to do something fun. Let's go fishing. So we got them together, and these are some of my good, dear friends, and coached with them for a long time and taught with me. So we would go down to Cape San Blas and fish in the surf. We're not expert fishermen, but man, we just went to the word pure fishing. That's what we just went down there to have a good time and caught some fish in the surf and had a fish fry. So Jeff, let's roll this video. Coach Perry Brown. What do you got there, Coach?
I think I got me a big toad frog.
Big toad frog.
What he looks like right there. Get him off. Get him off.
Well, this is the end of the year coaches party. Got Steve Belcher here. We got joining us, Vern Barth, St. Joe head coach. Used to coach with all of us. Vern, glad you're with us.
Glad to be here.
Have y'all been catching the fish down this way?
A few. Sheephead, got a nice flounder last weekend.
All right. Vern used to be a Moser Dolphin as a St. Joe Shark. There's Bill Graff back here. He's already caught some fish.
That one's
Coach Brown. That fish looks a little bit like you, Coach. I don't know.
Like a hammer frog, don't he? Yeah. He had the legs on him, it'd be a good frog.
Now, Coach, you used to freshwater fishing, aren't you?
A lot of freshwater, so I don't really know what this is, but if it had legs, it looked like a frog. Like a frog kicking.
Let's go check the other guys. They're all out here. They're out here surf fishing on Cape Sandblast. All right, look at here. Steve Belcher, famous art teacher from Mosley. What you got there, Steve?
A little Spanish mackerel.
Check it out.
I don't know, he
Spanish in the surf.
did pretty hard.
What'd you catch him on?
A little shrimp.
Shrimp, field shrimp.
Bill shrimp, got it.
All right, good job there.
All right.
All right. These fellas working hard surf fishing out here. Coach Jennings, Coach Williams, Coach Brown, Coach Ralph. The end of the year, school relaxation. Coach Brown got one coming in, looks like. Oh, does. These guys are having a good time. Check this out, folks. What a nice catfish. You're doing good for a rookie. That's a big. If it's freshwater, you're right. That would be good eating. What do you think about that, Vern?
He got him one. He got him a little catfish.
Good play, Vern. I like that play where you send number one down the field and you throw it up, man.
Yeah, you throw it up.
That's a good play. For him.
Folks, check this out. Look at this little baby pompano, Coach Wright. What did you catch him on?
I caught him on cut up shrimp on a two hook reel.
There you go, buddy. Now, Coach Wright is he going to be the head coach at Carabel? Well, actually, Franklin County.
We're Franklin County High now. We're the Seahawks.
So you got it pumping. That's a nice. That's
Yeah,
the smallest one I've ever seen. We'll have to let him go.
Yeah.
And Coach Barth, you're going to be playing Coach Barth, your friend.
That's the Sharks and the Seahawks. That's our district right here. I'm flying high. He's sweeping in.
All right.
He's going to chomp me right up the sky.
We got you.
He's out to be caught another day. Catch and release. Catch and release.
I got to follow him. There you go. Nice. Coach Barth's going for the redfish. Everything set up here for surf fishing. Hey, look at here. Coach Brown. You hot today? A double header. Look at there, folks. You skipped that. Hold on. All right, now look at that. All right, now wait a minute. All right, we got the offensive line coach, or the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. Yeah. There you go. Good job, fella. All right.
Big one.
What you got there, Tim?
Got a big one right here, buddy.
Nice whitey.
That's a keeper right there.
Tim's our athletic director at Mosley. All right. That's good eating now. Yeah, that's a whitey.
We picked up about 40 of them.
All right. Coach Graff, that is a nice whiting right there, buddy.
Yeah.
What'd you catch him on?
Shrimp.
On shrimp.
Yeah.
That is a big whiting right there, folks. We're about to get a mess of whiting. Now, what are you guys doing over here?
Coaching retreat. We're coaching the fishermen.
They told me everything I needed to know.
I thought that song got a little mighty funny.
Mike Williams, first shark fisherman I ever met.
First shark that I've ever caught in my life right here. Nice shark. That is a shark, huh?
Yeah, that's a shark. That's so that thing will snap you too. Take your finger. Woo!
Don't put your finger in his mouth, right?
Hey, really, his jaw's not that. He don't have a lot of teeth in it right now.
Oh, you can see him now.
Oh, you
Look
at that.
Say hello,
No.
No. Here, go. Go stick your finger there.
What kind of shark is it?
Oh, and meantime, HC St. Joe, reading and writing.
All right.
This how they get skunked.
There we go. You
That's
gotta,
it, man.
You gotta get something.
All right, Coach Jenny.
All right, man.
Uh-oh. What you got there, buddy?
Got me a pompano. I wanted this mama, though.
You got a baby, but
Yeah, I got the baby. Up there you go.
you wanted a mama.
Yeah, I'm going to send it back on to his mama.
Let's drop him in the water. I'm going to show folks how these babies will swim. All right, there you go. There it goes. Whoa. Boy, they take off now. Our coach is over here. They're waiting to bow up. Way down here, Coach Barr. Beautiful place. Take San Blas, the St. Joseph Peninsula.
That's a good picture.
Here's the teacher and the student.
Get your lady under control, Perry. Tell that girl to chill. Tell that girl to be cool.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, we just went there and caught some fish and just had a fish fry. And celebrated the end of the school year. It was always a time for celebration when you get to that point in time. And Vern Barth and all those guys, and Mike Williams, Tim Jennings, Perry Brown, and our Steve Belcher, just still good friends of mine. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. 2:53 to 4:53 this morning, 3:19 to 5:19 this evening. And we're going to add those names, okay? Wade Wilkes from, well, Gail put down Georgia and Panama City Beach because they have a place down here and they watch the show when they're down here. Mary Wilkes, Georgia, Panama City Beach, and Jackie Brooks, Georgia and Panama City Beach. That's a good combination. A lot of times it's Alabama and Panama City Beach. So we're glad to have you watching the show and enjoy your times when you're down here. And like I say, you can enter the contest any time of the year. Just send a text or an email, and we'll put you in. Okay. One of my granddaughters, Ashley, you know, she just finished up at Ole Miss, and she's working at Bozeman School right now, and she lives across the road from us, and it's just a lot to have her close by. And she came home the other day and brought a squirrel. Okay, you know what? You're at school and the kids running around, and the squirrel chasing them. They chasing the squirrel, little baby squirrel. So Ashley has a heart for animals, so she caught the squirrel and put him in a little. It domesticated almost. He's been around kids a lot. So, but the little squirrel, she brought him. Guess where she brought him? To our house. Okay, and we couldn't. Okay, so I've got a couple of videos, just little pictures and all. But anyway, this is where we keep our bird feed, and he's looking for some bird feed. Okay, he's already learned how to. He knows the feed is in there, and I just sent these pictures to her. Here he is. He knows feed is in there, so you can see how little he is. He's got him out on the patio. So anyway, the big thing is whether to. Okay, and let me see. I might have another picture of him too. Let's see. Is that another one? He's still trying to get in that lid. Well, the big problem is trying to decide what to name him. Well, we're going to name him Bo for Bozeman, or Ivan for the principal out there, Ivan Beach, and so. I was up at Bozeman yesterday, and there's a group of ladies in the front office. I said, now, what do you think we need to name this squirrel? Do we need to name Bo for Bozeman or Ivan for the principal? They all said Ivan. So the dog, the bird, I think about bird dog because I had a bird dog name close to that. But anyway, we named him Ivan. So anyway, the big deal. Now we're training him. He's actually spending the night down in the woods. So we've got some woods next door. So he's becoming acclimated to the woods, and we're not going to domesticate him ourselves. But Ashley did come back the other day to see him. All right, I got some more pictures. Just jump to fishing right now, real quick. This is interesting. Now the Gulf Council requested emergency rule to reduce the recreational gag limit to 1 fish per person, and it goes on to talk about they're going to do. They do all kinds of stuff. The gag stock appears to be improving, so that's important. But anyway, they're still way behind on that. So we'll follow up on it and stay close to it. I ran across this picture, talking about some really cool things to make for your garage. Out of PVC, you see the bottom, I had to put them in the bottom, and then the little noodle on top and cut a little slot in it. Now, isn't that a creative project right there? And how they lean, you got to alternate how they lean against each other. Cool project. So that's something you can do this spring. The Florida Redfish Series was last weekend in Panhandle. That was stop number 4, and our very own Iford brothers. Check out, they won the biggest fish. They brought in a healthy 7.34 pound redfish. And there they are right there, a big old check, $750. Team Iford. Okay, Iford Automotive. Those guys can fish and they can work on cars. I'm talking about cool pictures and all. Run across this one I want to share with you. This is really a picture of that, and the water dropping. That's a dark color, but is that not a cool picture? I love that kind of stuff. And real quick, Ronald Mathis, he's and Jeannie Baldwin at Bear Creek Hunting Club, and looking this time of year, the Easter pine tree has crosses, and they've been looking for them. And there they are right here. See the crosses? They come out every Easter in the pine tree. They've been looking and looking here. Okay, let's see. Here's a picture here. Blow it up. Look at the crosses. Is that not amazing? They come out every Easter. And here's another pine tree with them. So be checking pine trees. But I thank you, the Mathis family, for sharing those kind of pictures. Got all kind of other stuff too, but we're going to wrap it up for today. Now, tomorrow will be the famous Friday fishing forecast. We've had a good week here. Enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed some of the things we've been doing. Y'all just do something good for someone else today. You have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.